So we're just logging in MySQL users root p and type the password in, my pass. Okay, now create database, my database. Okay, it's created. So now we can just say show databases and it'll show us the databases. So that's the one we just created just then. Now we can try out the script. Just refresh the page. It does nothing, which is right. So let's just try shutting this down. Shutting down MySQL. And let's try refreshing the page. And it says it can't connect, so we know it was working before. Now we'll go about creating a table. You can do this in PHP by using the MySQL query, or you can do it using the command window here, just putting this into it. So this reads create table my table, that's the name, and here we can put the columns. So I put name, and varchar just means variable characters, and 200 of those. We've got password varchar 200, and user number int is an integer, so that's a whole number, and up to 5 numbers can be put in for that. Okay, so let's execute this, refresh, and we'll check it out by going use my database, the database we made earlier, and show tables. We'll show the tables, and then you can do describe my table, and it will show you the field, password, username, the type, and just if it's null and default and all this other stuff. You don't really need to worry about that. So you can use other things other than the MySQL, just using the command prompt. There's PHP myadmin, which most people tend to use as well. So let's insert something into the table. So this is saying insert into table, my table values, Alex, my pass, and 1. So that's going to go Alex, my pass, and 1. So let's save that and refresh. And now you can go here and just say select all from my table. So it's going to select all the rows from the table, my table, and it's got me, it's got my name, my password, and my user number. So we'll go back to here. So if you want to delete a row, you can just say delete from my table where user number equals whatever you want. So you just say where the column, so where user number, and then or whichever you want, and then I just say 1 in this case. So I save that, I refresh, I go back here and I say select, and it's nothing there, so it says empty set. Okay, so now if you want to modify something, we can just do this, update my table set name, so it sets the name column to Alex2 where name equals Alex. So I'll save that, I'll refresh, I'll go in here and I'll select everything, and it was previously Alex and now it's Alex2. There's also a different way. Before I had just values here, but now I changed it to name and username. So if you just want these two inserted, then you do values and then just say Alex and 1. Then you go into here, and I've done it, and it shows Alex2 and null because we didn't have anything for password, and user number we had 1. It's Alex2 because this thing also changed it as well. Okay, now for the displaying of the data. So here we go, we have display, and we query select all from my table, and now this just gets the number of rows. So, and this goes to display 1. So now we have an for statement. So for x equals 0, for x is smaller than display 1, which is the number of rows, x++. So now we have username equals MySQL result, just gets the result, and this just links to the table that we've queried. The X is the row, and the 0 is the category. So this one would be username, this one password, and this one user number, as we have in here. So we've got 3 columns and these are the 3 columns we're going to get. And so we just output username, password, and user number. So let's try that, and it has outputted them, remembering that it doesn't output nulls, as we have got 2 nulls here. You can print out the data by order number, so you go order by, and you just look here and go, okay, which order do you want? Do you want it by name? Do you want it by password or user number? We'll just say by password, save that, refresh, and it does all the nulls first because that's not a value, and then so that's correctly in order. And that's pretty much the basics of databases. So in conjunction with forms, you can, when the user enters their username and password and hit submit, you can store it to the database, and then when they're trying to log in for authentication, you can just do a check from the database to see if the username and the password is right, and then grant them access. And this concludes lesson 4.